Hello, my name is Mike Macedonio. I'm an executive director with BNI, and today I'm joined with Holly Friar. Holly is a CEO and founder of Elbow Room. Now, Holly, as I understand it, the Elbow Room is a movement to end student loan debt. So we'd love to hear more about this organization. Tell me exactly how you're helping these students with debt and how your organization is helping.
Well, Michael, thank you so much for having me. And Elbow Room is on a mission, as you said, to end the cycle of student loan debt by actually offering financial literacy education so that people can break the cycle of student loan debt in their lives. We're also focused on the BIPOC community, women of color, who have chosen careers in service. So mostly nonprofit and educational professionals. And what we do is we guide them through the student loan process, particularly public service loan forgiveness.
Outstanding. Um, would you mind sharing one of the success stories you've had helping a client?
Oh, yes, I have several. In fact, some of our BNI members have actually benefited from the services of Elbow Room. We
Wow.
have in San Francisco, there are a couple of women. One works for the Arts Commission, and the other one is a licensed clinical social worker. One woman in her 50s, the other one in her 60s, and they had student loan debt, and we were able to help them get through the murky waters of how to get their loans forgiven. And that has been done, and we are successful, and they are very happy.
Excellent. So, Holly, when you got involved in BNI, what were your expectations of how BNI might be able to help your organization?
Well, as you know, Elbow Room is a nonprofit, so we are donation based. And also, I think that not only has BNI been very generous in their donations from individuals, but also BNI has helped me get in front of people and talk about our mission to end student loan debt. So it's given me opportunities to perfect 30-second pitches.
Okay. So, as well as people supporting the nonprofit, you're also finding some professional development in terms of speaking about the business, and I would hope also having other people spread your word and spreading the word of mouth of the organization. So if a BNI member is to help you, and it could be inside your chapter, it could be anyone that's listening to this video, what are some of the ways that a BNI member could help your organization?
Well, that's a good question, Mike. And I'll tell you, on both levels, BNI members have sent people to Elbow Room that needed assistance with their student loan debt. I mean, the student loan debt process is really complicated, and we actually were able to help a woman that was referred by a BNI member, 75 years old, that still had student loan debt, and we got her payments down to zero. So on one hand, BNI members have sent us people that need assistance with their student loan debt, and also we have gotten some donations.
Do you have
And
the donations?
also, we got a couple of board members from BNI.
All right. So you got donations and you got volunteers
Yes,
and you got prospects that you can help.
and that we have helped. Yes.
So I have to ask you, as we're kind of talking about volunteers and people coming on the board, does your organization do any fundraisers or auctions or galas to raise money?
I'm glad you asked. Actually, during right before Valentine's Day, we are having a popcorn fundraiser, and it's all online. So we'll be reaching out to all of you. And then we have secured for July 28th, we are having a comedy show starring world-renowned Flame Monroe, a he, she, we amazing comedian who opens for Dave Chappelle and Tiffany Haddish, has agreed to do a fundraiser for Elbow Room. So I hope to see you there.
Awesome, awesome. That's one of the things that I see within BNI is, you know, when the people are behind something like a nonprofit and they're passionate about, people are attracted to it, and they want to support.
Mhm.
Sometimes people put the filter on as well. If I don't have deep pockets, I can't help. Well, maybe you can, maybe you can't. It's not just about deep pockets. It's also about making the contributions, like you mentioned. People that need your services, or even better, people that volunteer to help with fundraising or whatever it might be. I use the term, kind of biblical, but time, talent, treasure.
That's
And
right.
some people can contribute in any one of those ways. Some people can contribute in all three ways. One of the very simple, but it's very effective ways that my wife Dawn and I contribute like that is we will give a gourmet dinner for 6 people as an auction item. And
Oh,
that would raise, thousands of dollars for the nonprofit. Now, on our end, we buy the food and we buy the wine. We also invest the time to shop, source, and prepare it. Right? And we also have a talent at it. We're good at it. And so, like, whatever people's talents are, sometimes, well, my talent is digital marketing. Can I step in and help Holly market her business by providing my talent? You know,
yes.
and so I
Yeah,
think there's so many ways, whether it's for profit or not for profit, it's an environment of givers gain.
absolutely. 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 And we would love to have yours as an auction item. We've also received from BNI members, for example, a dermatologist, a woman that has a med spa, is going to donate one of her services as an auction item. So if you're giving, we will gain.
Yeah. And for anyone that's listening to this as an opportunity of contributing to this organization or whatever is in your heart,
Mhm.
the benefit is always the giver. The benefit is always the giver. It does things to the mindset in terms of creating abundance. And that just feeds so many opportunities for us as small business owners to see opportunities and not obstacles. And that's by
Yeah.
being in that space. And so this is just one more great way of being able to gain by giving. And so, Holly, thank you so much for sharing what you do. I really enjoy listening to you. I'm going to tell you, when I listen to about ending student debt, I think I might have mentioned to you before, the system's broken.
It's
And
broken.
people should not be leaving school in that type of debt, and in some cases, not even having a valuable skill or knowledge to sell. And so I think this is great. What you're doing is get people back on track and let them start living their lives without being burdened with unreasonable student debt.
Thank you. We are determined to move mountains for people. I have had a really good life. I've got love in my life. My kids are successful. My husband and I will be married Friday for 39 years. And so this is my way of giving back to the community. And there's so many educators, and living in Oakland, for example, a one-bedroom nice apartment is $3,500. In Oakland and in San Francisco, the starting salary for a teacher is less than 60,000. How many roommates do they need to have to live here to serve in their community? And if we're able to combat some of that student debt, get rid of it, or at least get the payments under control so that they're manageable, then we have gained because we're giving. Like you say, givers gain. So we're giving and we're gaining. And the nonprofit professionals, I mean, they could go to any major corporation with their skill set and make maybe twice of what they're making working for a nonprofit. Many of the people on my board are have student loan debt, quite frankly, but
Mhm.
not fit in the category that's necessary for loan forgiveness. As you said, the system is broken and it should be fixed. That a teacher who's making the kind of money that we're talking about, for them to have to not only give up 10 years of service, making not enough money, but they're also asked to make 120 payments, which is sometimes impossible. And that's how you end up with 43 million people with student loan debt close to $2 trillion now,
Mhm.
second only to mortgage debt. But with mortgage debt, you have a tangible asset, right? You can borrow against it. You can leverage it in a lot of different ways. But with your education, you're not able to do that. So I want to thank you for this time, for you listening to what's going on. Everybody knows about it. I sometimes get pushed back. Well, people should have planned better. Um,
Well, you're providing debt at someone is a very vulnerable age. They haven't quite figured out, the financial implications down the road. So congratulations on what you're doing. It's a
oh,
pleasure talking with you today, Holly.
pleasure talking with you. Hope to talk to you again.
We will.